I'm sick. I'm sick, y'all.
Hey y'all, hey, and welcome. If you like what it is that you see, like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow Visionary Price, the amazing visionary behind all of this, and follow myself at Miss We Care. We got more content coming, guys.
I'm sick. I'm sick, y'all. I'm sick of bullshit influencers and their stupid Instagram quotes. Sick of goofy ass affirmations and relationship memes from niggas who scheme on your desperate relationship needs. You want a real love, you're not even the real you. You the Instagram reel the internet reeled you into. I'm sick of shrinking to my smallest version after an attempt at being the bigger person. I'm sick of only feeling poetic when mental instability is in full effect. I'm sick of happiness being the equivalent of writer's block, and I'm sick of trauma being the key to the lock. I'm sick of a lot. I hate that my refusal to risk heartbreak has become my refusal to accept love.
What's up, visionaries? I am Visionary Price. We are at the Visionary Place. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. That's the only way we're gonna be able to keep this going. This one is for the visionaries. Everybody go through things and looking for a way out. This your way out. So tap in for sure. This for us. Let's go, visionaries. Yeah, basically they tried to treat him like he was down here, you know what I'm saying? And Lil Russell.
Oh, wow.
He said that himself. He was like, man, they trying to get me to perform 20th on the second stage behind Ice Spice. Like, I never let them play with me like that.
Oh, that's tough.
And the thing, I was saying, how many people would have like jumped at the opportunity, would have like been, oh my God, yeah, da da da. And he's like, nah, I know my worth. I ain't doing that shit.
After Ice Spice is crazy.
After Ice Spice is crazy, literally.
She don't spit no bars. This man is a lyrical genius. Conscious connoisseur.
Oh God.
What's up, y'all? It's Visionary Price. As y'all can see, we're at the Visionary Place. Once again, in nature is the most beautiful. I got a special episode today. This guy here, amazing. I even took notes. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
Okay.
It's your show.
Okay.
So, full-time poet, viral poet, someone I see as really taking a stance on men and what we deal with, you know what I'm saying? Because it's definitely difficult to operate sometimes in society, and we're gonna go over all this. But without further ado, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, indeed. What up, y'all? My name is TSleeveless. I'm a full-time poet, creative entrepreneur from South Jersey. I've been doing poetry for about 2.5 years now. On the Philadelphia scene is where I made my debut as an artist. And I came up kind of like experimenting with, creative art forms at a real small local open mic in Jersey, Miss Silly's Blues, if anybody knows what that is. That's where I started.
Is that like people would know? Like it's popular spot?
Nah, it's like,
you know, you know.
If you know, you know, definitely. Yeah, it was very small. It was definitely niche AF, but it's where I got my start. It's my humble beginnings, and I know that place is home for real.
Yeah, you brought up humble beginnings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For people that don't know you, where you from?
I'm from Jersey. I've been in Jersey my whole life.
Jersey.
I perform mostly in Philly, you know what I'm saying? Philly made me, for real, in my artistry career so far.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And you talked about your first start. Was that in Philly, that club you was talking about?
The first open mic I stepped to outside of Jersey was an open mic called Voices and Power. And that's also where I got my viral videos and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, we gonna talk about
Yeah,
that.
let's get it.
A lot of people don't go viral, you know
Okay.
what I'm saying? So I wanna get into
They
the...
be going viral, not for any good reason though.
Ooh, come on now. You know, the culture is so saturated with bullshit.
Yeah,
Sorry
absolutely.
my language, but fuck that.
It's facts.
It's bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And the real substance of things, it's no attention to it. Right?
Absolutely, but what's real prevails, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta trust and believe that and operate in it, and your time will come, you know. That's how it was for me. I just had to keep on believing that, you know, I'm preaching a good message. It'll reach who it's supposed to, when it's supposed to, and it does. You just gotta do the work.
So before you ever stepped out on stage to perform, you had to start writing or something. Like how was what did you start with?
Like my first written pieces?
Yeah.
Well, I've been writing since the 2nd grade, to be honest. I've always been a writer. I've always loved writing. I've always had the ability to express myself in a way that was just different from what most people are able to do. And I wasn't aware of my ability until I started sharing. And you know, that's why I encourage people who have hidden talents, closeted abilities and things like that to really put it out there. As scary and as tumultuous as it may feel, it's there's nothing more gratifying than releasing that, because you know, if you have a gift, the point of having it is to give it away. So you know, holding on to it is a disservice to yourself and the people that you could be assisting along the way.
Beautiful. I think that's what this platform has been highlighting. Everybody I interview goes through the same things, and we talk about like depression and like being alone. You're never alone. You always gonna find your truth, especially the more you speak about it. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? So when you started writing, right? Is this your only let out? Writing poetry, is that your only let out? Do you have other things that kind of take your mind away from just the pressures
of the world? Honestly, I feel really grateful and blessed to say that it is poetry for me. It is writing. It's really all I need. And I've practiced and I've honed it, and I'm working on my 10,000 plus hours, and it's been everything to me. It's given me community. It's given me platforms to reach people and to express myself. And you know, honestly, it's all I need is to continue to build upon what I got. You know, I feel like what I need was already given to me, so now I got the tools. I'm working.
Tools.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm working.
So I think this is gonna be a little personal, but you can answer it. You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Before we go out into the world and present ourselves as these people, it starts within, like the house and things like that. Like, was your environment, was people you around, your parents, anything kind of help push you to poetry? Like, I need to let out. Boom. Like, what was it you trying to let out?
It was the same thing that I know a lot of men especially feel, but you know, people in general, is isolation, alienation, you know, ostracization. It's not having a place in this world. It's not having a voice with which to speak. It's not feeling important. It's not feeling heard or seen. You know what I'm saying? It's feeling very small and unimportant in this world, directionless and without purpose. And so that's where it all came from, a desire for all of those things, a burning desire to be somebody. You know what I'm saying?
When you first made your first poem, you like, damn, this is my purpose. Did you feel that, or it took a minute?
I felt it. I'll tell you exactly when I felt it, because I never forget it. That home open mic I was talking to you about, I wrote a poem that I don't perform no more that I'm gonna probably bring back. It was called, I wrote a poem called Ticonderoga. And it was a very personal, very vulnerable piece. And after I shared it, it was the first time that it was a room probably like 80 to 100 people, where every single person stood, was clapping and in tears about this poem I had written and how I was struggling to get through it on stage, and I still muscled through it. And by the end of that poem, seeing all these people shout my name and clap and in tears, it was that instant that I knew this is what I'm here for. And I had never looked back. I knew in that exact instant, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there is a moment like that for everybody. It's your ignition flame, you know, that lights it all up. When you have all this fuel and there's the igniter flame, and that's what it was for me. I've been on fire since. I can't stop.
Consistency.
You feel me?
Come on, man. Consistency is amazing. We're gonna speak on that as well, but not right now. So what was for people that don't know, you know what I'm saying, what was the overall message in that poem to make people stand up and make you like, this is me, this
so
is my purpose?
Ticonderoga was kind of like a storytelling piece about you know, these experiences I had in high school with these teachers. I had a particular teacher who failed me for a research paper because she basically thought it was written too well for me to have wrote it myself.
That's crazy.
Because in that class, like English and, you know, language arts and writing has always been a specialty of mine, like I said. But I was extremely reserved as a child, very quiet, very much not involved or interacting with anyone in school. And so I'm the dude in the back of the class, not raising his hand, not volunteering, with his hood up, most likely asleep. And, you know, I'm not participating at all. And then the day the research paper is due, all of a sudden I hand in this extremely well-written research paper, and the teacher couldn't believe it. So she assumed it was plagiarized. And even though she had absolutely no ability to prove it was plagiarized, because it wasn't, I wrote it myself, she failed me anyway. And so that piece started off with that story. And I kind of took a Ticonderoga #2 pencil and made it a euphemism for human beings. And I just made it this whole creative thing about how, you know, we have the creators and the destroyers, the pencils and the erasers, and you know what I'm saying, and how one can't really live without the other, and their purpose validates the other, you know what I'm saying? And it was just this, I loved writing the piece. It was very important to me. It was a creative piece, and I took something, you know, that was very impactful in a negative way, and I made something beautiful out of it, and a story that was relatable to everyone. And that was the piece that started it off, for real.
I just want to snap real quick.
I appreciate it.
Because that's a bar.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Taking something like the pencil, and you can either create or destroy with it. That's us.
Yeah.
However, we get choices, we get options.
Absolutely.
You either create or destroy, literally, and it's all in one.
Yep.
You gotta just make the right choices.
Yep.
So, oh, that's powerful. Now you brought up something key. You said that, you know, you was the person in the back, you know, the class, hoodie on, head down. I just want to say that was me too. I did not fuck with people like that. You know what I'm saying? So now you viral.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is wild.
How are you taking that? Like,
so because of my reserved nature, you know what I'm saying, I do take a step back from all of the attention because I'm not used to it. And while I do appreciate it, it's attention for a good reason. It's attention because I connect with people and I make them feel things. So I'm extremely grateful for it. But I've learned that there's a balance to interacting with even the best things in life. So you have to take it in doses, especially if you're someone with a limited social battery like myself. I don't have it in me to socialize or to indulge in, I guess, the virality of it all. You know what I'm saying? I do what I do. I'm glad that it does what it does for people. I interact with them when I can, but for the most part, I take a back seat and just, you know, let my message speak for me. If people want to chat, chill, do things like this, I'm open to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful that people feel like I'm someone worthy of these things. And so, you know, there's a balance to it for sure.
So even with me, like I say, I did start off introverted, like I really was interested, you know what I'm saying? So I learned how to charge it up. You know, like when my battery going dead, I know how to like bring
Disconnect.
it back and balance. How do you balance?
Disconnection. You know what I'm saying? Balance for me looks like total disconnection. And it's like most days, for example, like after a show, you just had one. Big show, lots of energy, lots of interacting with people, lots of networking, lots of, oh, what's your Insta? What do you do? You know what I'm saying? Loved your poem. Can I buy this? Da da da. All these interactions and the actual performance itself is always a huge explosion of energy. All of these things that require large amounts of energy, like the next days, I have to cater to myself, you know, with rest, with relaxation, with reflection, you know what I'm saying, with meditation most times, and that's recharging. It's disconnected from it all, you know. I can't overindulge in it. Like in the moment during the show, it's a bunch of hours of all of this interaction. Directly after the next day, it's nothing, and that's how I need it. That's what works for me.
Do you turn your phone off as well?
I don't turn my phone off, but I have my notifications off. Viz over there getting attacked.
Hey, we gonna
Turtle tried to eat my foot.
The turtle tried to eat your foot?
You was right. It was a snapping turtle.
We got some bloopers going on. What's up, B?
Yeah.
Crazy out here in these streets. Y'all got me out of
You
bed.
look beautiful as hell. She was talking about it. This
Hey man,
crazy.
it's sturdy
I
weather.
look crazy.
It's sturdy weather. What you mean? It's sturdy weather.
Hey,
It's just sturdy weather.
That was not rehearsed. Your story is dope.
I appreciate it, man.
I feel like a lot of men can relate, especially with your viral poem.
Word.
Teach a boy to cry.
Absolutely.
God damn. When I seen it, you know, before I met you, somebody sent me that.
Word.
For real.
That's crazy.
Like before this was even a thing, the visionary place, I was sent that.
Wow.
And it related to me so much. I felt it.
Word.
I'm like, damn. How was the response to that?
Oh my God. I couldn't believe it, man. I wrote that piece out of necessity. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? That piece just came from a place of absolute need. It had to be said. It needed to be said. I had to get it out. However, there was no intention or expectation that it would do what it did, because it in all respects changed my life. You know, it catapulted me into full-time entrepreneurship. But that piece, the response was overwhelming and overwhelmingly positive. I've had people 50, 60 years old tell me that they showed this poem to their wife and it fixed their terrible communication that they've had for 5, 10 years, unable to speak with each other because certain men have such a hard time conveying things that they feel so deeply. And I could be the catalyst for that for people. I could show exactly the thoughts of a man, and through me they can show other people and feel like they were validated and spoken for and understood for once in years sometimes, you know what I'm saying, that they finally felt understood for the first time in years. Oftentimes, you know, it's wild.
I think, what do you think that comes from? Is that society thing, or is it just natural for men to kind of just be on the more tougher side?
It's a combination of both.
I want you to speak, you know what I'm saying, for sure. So I just want to know, like, before I cut your wisdom. So, like, even with men, like, we got this natural thing of, you know, not showing emotions and things like that. For you, was it a specific situation or just a look into your overall life?
About Teach a Boy to Cry?
Yeah.
So with I like most of my poetry, I write because I haven't gotten to the level of being too comfortable just sharing stories from my life, from my perspective. So a lot of my poems, whether it's about love, whether it's about mental health, I write in a general sense. So I wrote Teach a Boy to Cry about men's mental health in general. If you listen to the piece, it's not actually about my experience. I'm speaking about the experience of men in general, and in the most relatable sense, because I felt it, and I know a lot of people at this point feel it too. But the piece wasn't written from, you know, my personal experience as a man. It's just all of us.
That's a fact.
In general, you know, the large majority of us feel this way. That's why I wrote it.
Is it a society thing?
I believe it's a lot of things. I think society plays an enormous part. I think the nature of man plays an enormous part. I think it's a combination of a lot, but societal conditioning is definitely contending for top 2 most influential things about it.
Yep. Have you ever experienced that in a relationship?
What specifically? Like
with a woman you dating, or like, oh yeah, you say you don't really want to talk about it specifically.
Oh no, I can. So have I felt like the pressures to be a man in relationships?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and I feel like I never won't feel that pressure. You know, like you can be with a shorty that is very open to you, being emotional, like supports you, you know, doing things that she might know men typically can't do, which is great. But at the end of the day, men have duty and things that we have to do and take care of, and that requires a certain level of grit. And so it's like impossible to really escape it fully. And you know, that's kind of like the nature of things, the order of things, but it comes with enormous pressures. You know what I'm saying, that are hard to vocalize sometimes, hard to verbalize, hard to put into words.
That's a fact. I'm gonna share a quick story. You know, I had a brother who seriously deal with mental issues. You know what I'm saying? I've dealt with it as well, but you know, I kind of learned the balance of how to meditate and things like that. But you know, I think the pressure of just just doing all these things, you know what I'm saying, really kind of like catapulted him the wrong way. And it was all, he's just looking for love.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
And
I think love is so beautiful because if we open ourselves up to it, you know what I'm saying, instead of having these little barriers.
Guards and walls up, yeah, man. Yeah. And that's honestly some of the most tragic things. It's like, because I was him, you know what I'm saying? And who's to say I won't be him again? Where it's like, I'm just looking for love. I just want somebody to want me, no strings attached. And, you know, honestly in life, I've realized that, I mean, I don't know if I realized it. I don't want to say it's like a factual thing, but I just kind of abandoned that as being a possibility. Because once you're failed so many times, once you're tested and failed so many times, you have to, you know, personally I had to understand that metric just doesn't work. Maybe that's just not how it goes for men, where you can just be loved. You know what I'm saying? And that's an unfortunate conclusion to come to, but it's a conclusion that most men have to come to. Because it's like, I'm not just going to be loved. I can't just exist and receive love. I have to have all of these things to be worthy. And while people will dance around and be like, that's not true, it's not, but it is.
Yeah, my dad told me this, I ain't gonna lie, it kind of made sense. The only person that ever gonna love you is your mama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's conditioned.
And like I said it in that piece, you know, Most men only receive unconditional love from their mothers, and some of us don't even get that. You know what I'm saying? That was the opening to the viral clip, because it's immediately relatable. And, you know, some of us would never even felt that. Abandoned, abused, never loved by their mothers, may never experience unconditional love in their lives ever.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it goes.
Suck it up.
Yep,
like
you suck it up. You know, that's really what it is. It's like, oh well, buddy, that's how the world is. Figure it out, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. So yeah, we gonna push back a little bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that poem was so powerful. I wanted to key in on that.
I appreciate it, man.
Going viral. What was the first thing that you knew your life was changing? You know what I'm saying? Like, was it the attention you was getting, or was it just you? I don't know. Like, what was it about your life changing? Was it going full time? We got to talk about that too. A full-time poet.
So, I went full time about 5 months or so after the virality, because I was receiving so many bookings and so much interest into my art. And I was like, at the same time, I wanted to pursue so many endeavors in my art, but I was slaving away, trying to make ends meet, working a job, paying a mortgage, paying for a car, and all these damn bills that come with just trying to live a life, you know, default, basic life, and how incredibly expensive it is just to exist, and how difficult that is mentally. But I was receiving so many booking opportunities and just opportunities in general to pursue something I know I love and have a passion and purpose for. So I jumped one day. I just pulled the trigger. It wasn't organized, thought out, or planned out well. It was just, I'm gonna do this. I'm young. If I fail, fuck it. I'm here right now. I know I'm unhappy at this job. I know I'm miserable working for no reason. OD, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm not doing what I love and pursuing my purpose. I just jumped, bruh. And I'm still in free fall. Yeah. And I'm still learning. And I'm still failing happily, smiling through it. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy in the slightest bit. As glamorized as people might think things seem, it's not easy. And it is very difficult, and it comes with a lot of doubt and pressure and pain. But I've never felt more purposeful pressure and pain than to taking control of my own life. Because at this point, if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out on my own terms.
Hard time make diamonds.
On God it do.
You know what? All faith, no fear. Oh, I got it tatted. I'm sorry. All faith, no fear.
Absolutely.
And it takes that to be an entrepreneur. It's about to be my second year in Houston. I literally just jumped out. My brother had a 2-bedroom. The other bedroom wasn't being occupied. I didn't even have a clue what I wanted to do. But I'm like, I'm moving in with you next month. Guess what? We man, so what? I'm standing on it. I don't know how I'm finna do this. Why the fuck did I say that? But fuck it. I came up, I didn't even have a plan either. I just got on, I just drove my car 16 hours and now I'm here. But I knew it was something better for me. You know what I'm saying? I still know. Still trying to figure it out for real. But it's, you know.
But that's life. That is, the whole journey is figuring it out. You never actually have it figured out. You just get a little bit less dumb than you were the day before. You feel me? That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You make slightly more educated decisions, slightly more informed decisions, better decisions, you know what I'm saying, from a higher perspective. But you never figure it out completely. You know what I'm saying? And that you're not supposed to. Imagine you figure it out, then what? Then what?
I don't know.
Exactly.
That's it. It's just
that's it. So that, exactly. So
yeah.
It's a beautiful thing to be figuring it out.
When you're figuring it out, it's where it comes with the consistency. Because now you done did this. Now you know what not to do. Like today, it's super hot out here. So
it's
guess
cooking.
What? I got me a little sweat rig because I know the last episode I was sweating my ass.
Yeah, exactly. See, you live and you learn.
Facts.
You're a little bit more informed.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? That's all it's about.
So yeah, man. Oh, damn. We didn't get into the most important topic to me.
Let's get it.
Fuck being viral, nigga. That's cool or whatnot.
Yeah.
But why did you go with the name TSleeveless?
A legendary question that I've still yet to answer.
Because you got sleeves on.
Unfortunately, right, I have a superstition about, you know, telling people the exact meaning behind my name, because when I first created it, and I was explaining to a very select few people what my name meant, very shortly after, I would get betrayed by that person in a most wild way that would just damage my heart. And it was like, it was the most ridiculous, you know, unfounded superstition ever. But it's like, if I keep telling people the meaning of my name, is that what's doing it? Like, it's just a bad omen. So I stopped doing it.
I got you.
You know, the name TSleeveless, doesn't have anything to do with my clothing, like I state in one of my pieces, but I've never actually just come out and publicly defined it. I allow people to take their guesses and their jabs. I won't confirm or deny it, but I'll listen.
Smart man. So, well, let me take my jab.
Go ahead.
You feel me? I do a little boxing.
Okay.
But you wear your heart on your sleeve, and you like, fuck this heart. Fuck this heart.
I'll give it to you. It's close.
Yeah, that's
You know
cool.
what I'm saying? It's in the ballpark. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the ballpark. It's around there.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Being heartless though, I made a song. Fun fact, I made a song called "Going Numb," and I love that. Everybody love that song.
Word.
But when I reflect on it now, I really went numb after that. Like, I was in a whole relationship when I made that song. Why did I do that? It just came to me. Like, we artists, we just make shit.
Absolutely.
But it came to life. Like, I had the hardest things happen to me, and I just couldn't feel it. I'm like, this ain't nothing.
Yeah.
But everybody on the outside like, yo, are you okay?
Literally.
I don't even know if I'm okay because I'm numb.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's a very interesting place to be in a state of numbness, because man, you could be racking up so much stuff that you have a delayed emotional response to that is going to catch up to you eventually in some way. You know what I'm saying? But the numbness, it's I feel like that's also a huge phase in men's life on our mental health, because a lot of the times the numbness follows just so much shit happening where you literally cannot process it, and there's so many things that you know you should process, you just can't. It's just like, bruh, I don't know. It's like, I don't know, man.
Fuck.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
It is what it is, though, type shit. Like, the numbness comes right before either a huge emotional revelation, a huge chapter of pain, or a huge chapter of healing. But numbness is a catalyst. It's like just a building of energy.
It reminds me of an avalanche, a snowball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And I had to figure out a way to break that snowball. You feel me? For real. So.
Because you know, being numb isn't exactly the preferable state of being.
Hell
You know what I'm saying?
It seemed cool.
Yeah.
Because you like, shit, it's whatever.
It's whatever.
know,
You seem iron tough. You know what I'm saying? You seem iron tough. Like, oh, he don't give a fuck about nothing. But like, nah, that person cares the most. He cares so much he can't even feel it.
Damn. Bar. He cares so much he can't even feel it. That's a bar. Yeah. TSleeveless, y'all.
Thank you so much for having me, brother.
Nah,
man.
hey, I really appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I got to know who you are.
Absolutely.
Now, you feel me?
Word.
And that's dope. Like, we look at these viral clips or whatnot, and it's like you don't really care for the artist.
Yeah.
Because you just care for the message.
Yeah.
But now I know you. I care for you. My
I
boy.
appreciate that,
Yes,
brother,
sir.
man.
Welcome to
That's
the Visionary
mutual.
Place. As y'all can see, this is a dope interview. I am Visionary Price. I want y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. Can you tell them to like, comment, and subscribe?
Yo, stop being goofy, bruh. You know you love what you heard. Get it consistently, man. Pull up, like, comment, subscribe, dog. Don't be weird.
Pull up. All right, we tapping out. Appreciate you, gang.
Of course, brother, man.
Yes, sir.